Close your eyes for a second and ask yourself this quietly. Am I living as who I truly am, or as who I learned to be? This episode is not entertainment. It is an initiation. Because today, we are talking about the most dangerous journey a woman can take. The journey back to herself. No one prepares women for this moment. The moment when the masks stop working, when beauty routines feel empty, when trends no longer excite, when admiration feels strangely hollow. This is not a crisis. This is the beginning of individuation. Carl Jung believed that the most important task of a human life is not success, not love, not approval, but becoming whole. And for women, this process is often misunderstood, romanticized, or delayed. Because femininity is taught as performance, not as depth. We are taught how to be desirable before we are taught how to be real. We are praised for being pleasant before we are praised for being truthful. Individuation begins the moment a woman feels an inner tension between who she appears to be and who she secretly is. This tension is uncomfortable, it disrupts relationships, it changes tastes, it breaks old identities, and that is why many women avoid it. But Jung warned us what we do not face consciously will be lived unconsciously as fate. The feminine individuation process begins with the persona. The persona is the role, the image, the curated self. It is the fashion aesthetic, the social identity, the version of you that performs effortlessly, the elegant woman, the cool girl, the strong independent woman, the soft feminine muse. None of these are wrong, but none of them are complete. The persona is useful, but dangerous when mistaken for the self. Many women live entire lives here. Perfectly styled, emotionally disconnected, spiritually starving. And then something cracks. A heartbreak. A burnout. A loss. An aging face. A creative block. This is when the shadow appears. The shadow is everything you were told was too much. Too loud. Too sexual. Too ambitious. Too angry. Too intuitive. For women, the shadow often contains power, desire, rage, erotic intelligence, wild creativity. Society teaches women to repress these, and repression does not destroy energy, it buries it. Jung believed the shadow does not disappear, it waits. It waits in exhaustion, in anxiety, in self-sabotage, in comparison. The woman who cannot say no, the woman who overgives, the woman who smiles while resenting. Individuation requires one radical act. Turning toward the shadow. Not fixing it. Not judging it. But listening. What parts of you were silenced to be loved? What instincts were softened to be chosen? What truths were swallowed to stay safe? This is where femininity stops being decorative and becomes initiatory. Many women feel they are losing themselves here. But in truth, they are losing the lie. And then comes the animus. The animus is the inner masculine image, the voice of logic, direction, authority, meaning. When unconscious, the animus criticizes, interrupts, doubts. It tells a woman she is not ready, not smart enough, not legitimate. But when integrated, the animus becomes clarity, boundaries, purpose. A woman stops seeking validation. She begins speaking from inner authority. This is why some women suddenly change careers, end long relationships, reclaim solitude. They are not becoming colder. They are becoming centered. Cinema often captures this moment beautifully. The quiet scenes, the gaze into the mirror, the long walk alone, the shift in wardrobe, the simplicity. Style becomes less about approval, more about alignment. A woman in individuation dresses differently. She chooses fabrics for sensation, colors for resonance, silhouettes for embodiment. Self-care becomes sacred, not indulgent. Sleep becomes non-negotiable. Silence becomes nourishing. Solitude becomes luxurious. And then something extraordinary happens. The feminine self begins to emerge. Not the girl, not the persona, not the rebel, but the integrated woman. Jung called this the self, the totality of the psyche. This woman is not perfect. She is coherent. She feels deeply. but is not ruled by emotion. She loves, but does not abandon herself. She is magnetic, because she is congruent. This is the woman people describe as luminous, not because of her face, but because of her presence. Individuation does not make life easier. It makes it truer. You may lose people, but you gain yourself. You may feel misunderstood, but you feel real. And here is the final truth Jung left us. The privilege of a lifetime is becoming who you truly are. Feminine individuation is not a phase, it is a lifelong dialogue between softness and strength, between instinct and consciousness, between mystery and meaning. If you feel unsettled lately, drawn inward, disinterested in noise, you are not lost. You are being called, and the most beautiful version of femininity is not the one that pleases the world. It is the one that answers that call. Stay with us, because in the next episode, we explore how style, rituals, and daily habits can support a woman in the individuation process. Not as trends, but as symbols. Not as rules, but as reflections. Until then, listen to yourself more closely. She has been waiting to speak.